All right. When you are working with PostgreSQL or SQL to say, you'll be coming across the in operator. And basically, in certain cases, you may want to check for multiple possible value options. For example, if a user's name shows up in maybe in a list of known names, so we can use the in operator to create a condition that checks to see if a value is included in a list of multiple options. Now, previously we saw the where clause, and we said we can use the where clause after we must have selected maybe our columns from our table. And then basically the where clause gives us a condition, maybe where name is equal to maybe a username. Now, when you are using the in operator allows you to give multiple options. For example, in our case, we have option 1, 2, and 3. So basically, this is best applied when you want to filter out multiple options instead of using where and then using maybe other logical or conditional operators. You now have to use the in. Then with open parentheses, this is a syntax, right? With open parentheses, you now include the options, which is going to be filtered from our column, right? Now, this example of the query that we have to select a color column to say now from table, we have a table name where the color, that is that column we selected from, in red, blue. We also have another case because we can also combine this query in with not. Now, this is going to give us the colors that has red and blue. And in this other query here, this syntax is going to give us colors that are not in red or blue. All right. So let's get over to our pgadmin to begin to work with some live data here. Now, I have opened the pgadmin here. I'm right-clicking on the DVT rental store. So click on the DVT rental store, right-click, and then you click on query tools. And once you've clicked on the query tool, your query editor is going to open up. And then once it has opened up, you begin to write your queries. Now, we will be working with some tables in our DVT rental store. And then first and foremost, we are going to be working with the payment table. Now, let's select from all the record from the payments table. Always remember to end your query with a semicolon. Now, press your F5 key on your keyboard to run the query, or simply click on this button to run the query. Now, here we have the amount column, we have the payment date, and other columns available here. In our case, for now, we are going to be working with the amount column. All right, so let's first of all give a condition, or let's find out the unique values that we have in the amount here. You can see some of these values are repeated. We have 7.99, 7.99, and 0.99. We want to get only the unique values from here. So how do we do that? So we said that we can do this by using the distinct, all right, then the column name from the table. Now, once we run this query, you can see that we have here only the unique values. All right. We can also add the count function here for us to get the number of records we have that are unique, which is 19. Now, let's get to our query history and get back here. Copy to code editor. Now, let's run this query. All right, so we have the amount column here containing the distinct values only. Now, let's remove this for now. Okay, let's remove the distinct values for now and select everything. Let's select everything right from our payment table. Now what we basically want to do is that we want to check the amount where amount is in, we are opening a bracket, and then we want to select where amount is in 0.99. We are not using any quotation mark here. This is because we are working with the amount is a numeric value. It's an integer, so that's why we're not working with that. So 0.99. All right. Okay, first of all, let us check the unique values here. Let's basically print the unique values. Right, so I'm commenting this out. This is not going to run. If you are using Windows, you can just press your control and then your /, all right, to comment out this line. Now, so I'll be getting the distinct of the amount column here. Remember, it is case sensitive. Right, so let's run this. Now, I'll basically want to sort out where the amount is in 0.99. Let's say 1.99. Right, as you can see, these are all scattered. So let's first of all order it. Order by amount. So I want to order this by amount. Let's see, comment this out for now. Order by amount and then run this query. So we can see that this is now ordered from in ascending order from 0 down to 11.99, and they are still our distinct or unique amount ordered by the amount column. Now we want to get 0.99, then 1.98, and we also want to get 1.99 from here. So let's comment this out. All right, so if we happen to run this query, all right, I'm coming. All right, I'm coming. So if you run your query now, where we are basically selecting everything from the payment where the amount is in 0.99, 1.98, 1.99. So we are only filtering out those values that are within here. Okay, and you can check out the count of this, all right, and run the query. So we have about 3,301 values, records in this query. Okay, now we can also apply that to other table. You can use your customer table to filter out. Just go back to your schema here, get back to tables. You can also use this customer table, right? You can use your customer table to filter this out from customer. Now if you run this query, there are several columns which you can work with now, right? So you can basically begin to say where maybe first name in, and then you begin to write. Since you will be working with text or characters, you can then begin to input them, separate them by comma, and let's say Linda. All right, so if you run this query, it's going to give us this. But if you add something like a not here, maybe not operator, not in this, it's going to give us every other information apart from this, excluding Mary and Linda. So if you run this query, Mary and Linda is going to be excluded from this our result. So this is basically how to use the in operator and also the not in operator if you are to combine it. So thank you so much for coming by in this lecture, and I'll see you in our subsequent